I like to make little, I guess you might call them dioramas or scenes in Unreal. I just like to get assets and put them together. And so I got in a mood and I made Castle Grayskull. It was just a lot of like model tweaking. I love just doing like asset flips as a sort of as a hobby. They never really turn into full video games, but they become something a little bit playable and that I can share with friends and stuff. I got this Valley of Guldur by Greenbug Games. Really great asset pack with lots of rocks and like decaying castle bits. Really good textures. But now that I've got this, I feel like I need more Eternia around it. Landscape. Well, we're probably going to end up moving Castle Grayskull into a proper location. Let's look up a map of Eternia. Yeah, here's the old one from the cartoon. We'll go with the one from the Wikipedia. Oh my god, this one sucks too. Why is pulling a quick image off of the internet getting harder? Like, why is it to encourage us to make our own images with AI? Is that what they're doing? Because it's like getting harder and harder to just go to a website and get the image. This was like the first thing the internet was good for. I've seen this image before. You can't gaslight me into thinking the only available image of a map of Eternia is no more than 300 pixels tall. Tool size large, because anybody ever looks for pictures online hoping to find a small, low quality, blurry image. Here's somebody's deviant art. Hey, look at that. Recognize some places here. Castle Grayskull, Eternos, Avion, Dead Sea, Harmony Sea, Temple of the Sun. So I guess that means that Snake Mountain and Castle Grayskull are really close to each other, because they would be if you just keep going east from Snake Mountain. Looks like that's Blue Jay's Quill. Blue Jay's Quill. Welcome to the party. Oh man, doing landscape in Unreal is one of those things that like I don't do frequently enough, so I always forget how it works. Now I need a landscape material. I do have already. I have a few good ones. Landscape mountains. Auto material. Now I like the sound of that. I like things that are automatic. Download, you son of a bitch. Oh, I bet they've got a map. Auto desert, auto island, mountain. Okay. This is incredible looking. I love it. Maybe I'll just copy this whole landscape and put it over there. Here we go. Edit, copy, paste. See what we get. Here's our Eternia, I guess. Castle Grayskull, way on the west side. Well, I mean, I'm sure I can modify this easily enough, but so I don't have to modify too much. We're going to kind of compare the land masses here and just try to figure out where we want to put. Okay, so there's like more mountains in the north in your like kind of standard video game fashion. Oh, the desert's like right there in the center. And we'll just rotate the map. How stupid is that? Rotating a whole landscape. That's how stupid it is. They did it on the wrong axis. 90 on the z-axis. Minus 90. Center that up. So now these mountains kind of look like the map of Eternia. A little bit. Oh, you know what it is that this does? It's possible to make landscape material that knows how high it is in terms of elevation on the map. So I bet if I move this whole landscape down, it will lose all of its snow. That's fantastic. This is one of the things about like asset flips is sometimes somebody's made such a great asset pack that it's like it would just be a waste of time to try and make something better. This is really great. So I think I'm just going to use this as it is, but I'm just going to drop some water in here. Let's see. Yep. Basic shapes, plain. Castle Grayskull still in the middle here. Make this thing big as hell. A little bit bigger as heller. More bigger. All right. It's going to be our oceans of ocean. So also give me a better idea of like what is and ain't going to be land. Okay, that's pretty good. Pretty sure I got some good water material already. Water planes and water materials. The water planes is from Epic Games, and the water materials Tharlev FX. Lake, river, rapids. Have ocean in here? Ocean, distance, ocean, cheaper. I like the sound of cheaper. Whoa, oh my god, where it? Oh, oh no, what is it doing up there? The oceans just left the planet. Okay, I forgot something kind of fundamental here. Stop, stop, stop. Oh my god, stop. Yeah, okay. We're gonna put in our own little mesh in here for the ocean. Rectangle. Yep. And then we make that huge. Get that rotation nice and flat. Get that centered up, lower, because you're the ocean. Now we go to X form. We bake transform. We're gonna remesh that. Let's take it up to 10. That should do it. See if ocean cheap doesn't make it freak out now. Okay, that's much better. All right, we have ocean water now. I am gonna go ahead, just stick a compass in here. Anybody on Fab got a compass? Oh, look at all the compass I like this one. Bring it up here, and I'm going to make it gigantic. Because I think that's going to be our cardinal north. And this will be where we're going to put Grayskull. Let's get this big skull-headed spider moved over, and we will be on our way. Maybe this is like way too small of a map for this to be a whole planet. But man, save your progress before you do anything with landscape. Okay, yes, okay. That's much bigger. I like it already. 2x2. Oh my god, that's okay, no, that's not what I want to do. Okay, is that it? Is that really? That looks like it worked. Gotta make our ocean big again. And also the ocean shouldn't be clear. Why do I have a clear ocean? Okay, I mean, that looks better down here at gamer level. Okay, so we're gonna move the map down, I guess. Very tips of the mountains to be snow-capped. Cool. There it is, the planet of Eternia, the whole damn thing. Now let's put Castle Grayskull somewhere cool. This is a fun game-style height map because it is not overly complex like real terrain, but it's just complex enough to looks like it, but it is not anything close to real terrain. Okay, I've just doubled the size of the image. Double size me and set the scale back to 100. Oh boy, this is cooking my computer. Viewport scalability, we're gonna set that down to medium. I'm gonna get a little bit lighthearted here. Maybe even set it to low. Okay. There it goes, it crashed. I knew it was coming up. We have survived a reboot. In terms of getting this, I think that'll do it. I guess that makes this Snake Mountain right here. That mountain is Snake Mountain. Okay, where is Castle Grayskull now? I keep losing it. There it is. This still is not the size of a continent by any stretch of the imagination. Once I put some trees around it and decorate it, it'll be somewhere where a player can get lost. Steps should start at ground level, but then we're gonna bust open the ground and put in a big old valley. Yes, shift is for making valleys. Okay. Let's turn that strength up. Oh man, this is such a great material pack. Oh my god. The valley needs to be a little bit bigger than that. It can be like around. Great. That's looking pretty good. And where should this valley go from there? Nobody knows. So I guess this end of the valley is going to go out to the ocean. Why is it whenever I do anything, I get this black? Oh, that's the water. Oh, I bet it's because it is flat. Maybe if I make it noisy. Yep. Okay. Now I know. Landscaping is fun. This will be better if I just use a ramp. There. Whoa, too much. Okay, that'll do. All right, that'll do. Yep, can definitely go deeper. I made this like rock mass here based on what I thought was a good like fog distance for the bottomless pit. So like down here essentially is just not going to be seen, so doesn't really matter too much. Okay? Smoothing it out again. Turning down the strength, turning up the brush size. Yeah, man. That's dope. Okay, so I probably need to go ahead and put something out here. Well, I guess technically what should be over here is that over there because it's supposed to loop around. So maybe that's something I can figure out how to do. But I gotta make a decal of the map first. This is one of my favorite things to do just because it always looks so surreal putting a cartoon map on this like realistic terrain.